Daniel's about to get us underway in the final of Judgment Day 2. Will it be the great Aussie hope Daniel Dawson, or will it be the Kiwi Shane Chopper Chapman? Mark the Hammer, how do you see it? Who's your favourite champ? Come on, let's tip it.
Well, there's not a lot in this one, Michael. I'd have to say Chapman is going to be very much favoured, but Dawson, what a week he's had. It's going to be down to whether that week has been too big for him. After that big battle he had up on the Gold Coast last week, Chopper's coming in pretty fresh. Apart from tonight, he's been focused on this event for a long, long time.
We are set for 5 3-minute rounds. The defending champion of Judgment Day, Shane Chopper Chapman in the black trunks, and the Aussie hope Daniel Dawson, the two-time world Muay Thai champion, in the yellow and blue. High left rib kick there from Daniel Dawson, just weighs in and chops down at the lead thigh. Oh, beautiful step up knee off the left there from Shane Chopper Chapman. Nice right hand drop down to the bread basket there from Chapman. 40 seconds down here in the first round, set for 5, the final of Judgment Day. Don't forget that Chopper Chapman was dropped, of course, in his last fight by Chris Collard, Hammer. Could that have wobbled him a bit for here for the final?
Well, talking to one of the judges, they actually said Chapman did enough. That's the reason why he got through. He did enough, even though he did take that count. It didn't affect his scoring enough to sway the fight the other way. So Chapman somewhat lucky, I suppose, in taking that count. You can see a big red welt there on Daniel Dawson's left-hand rib cage.
That was the first kick of the fight from Shane Chapman. That right round kick just whacked against his upper left rib cage. And a huge red welt just under the armpit of Daniel Dawson. Step up knee again from Chopper Chapman. No feeling out process whatsoever. Both these men have launched the heavy artillery here in the first round.
There was a knee to the head there from Dawson, just caught Chapman napping, and once again Chapman going to the body. And Bob, this type of tournament fighting really does take its toll on the fighters' bodies as they progress through to the final.
I can't think of anything worse than winning the quarter-final, coming back to the semi-final, and then back 3 times in a row for this grand final fight that we're both doing tonight. Chapman had much harder fights in the first 2 fights. I feel the New Zealand boy got through a lot easier. I mean, Chapman had easier fights and Dawson had very hard fights. But it doesn't be showing because he's got a ton of spunk. The Australian boy, he really rises under pressure.
Of course, Daniel Dawson in the gold shorts, the Aussie representative, the black shorts there. Chapman is the reigning champion.
Beautiful right-hand tagging smack bang on the kisser there from Daniel Dawson. We are 2 minutes 20 down here in the first round, scheduled for 5 by 3. Snappy jab, that sticky left hand of Shane Chopper Chapman. He does have a great jab and a great front kick. Chops away to the outside left thigh of Daniel Dawson. Chopper now trying to tie him up, but Dawson just forces him off with a straight right kick. Beautiful front kick to the midsection there by Daniel Dawson. Chopper Chapman's handiwork has been telling here in the first round. Launches into another leaping knee to the midsection.
You see Chapman there just trying to grab Daniel's head and bring it down, crunching into the knee. Daniel just weaving his head back out of the way.
Beautiful gut-munching front kick off the right leg there from Daniel Dawson. Into the final seconds now of this, the first round of action. And there it is as we go to the towers. Mark the Hammer as the final of Judgment Day 2.
Well, a real feeling out process in that one, but both fighters throwing caution to the wind somewhat, and a good opener to the final. Very, very even match, and 2 champions, 2 legitimate world champions right here vying for this big prize money. But just talking on a different topic now, Bob, 25 years of kickboxing. You brought kickboxing to this country 25 years ago.
Yeah, 1976, and here we are 2001, the 25th year tonight.
How do you feel the progression of the sport, kickboxing? Thai boxing is becoming a lot more popular. How do you feel the progression's going, and what are your thoughts on the whole thing?
I think the fighters for the last 5 years, especially in these weights, their standard has got better than the promoters. It's got ahead of the promoters, so we now need sponsors and the promoters to catch up to the ability of the fighters, because they're ready to go. Yep. This middleweight division is ready to explode, and the whole of Australia are interested. We just need the money and more exposure on television to really make this a very, very popular sport.
We are ready to rumble in the second round of action. Speaking of things that have got Australia's attention, look out around Father's Day for the new book from Bob Jones, Let the Good Times Roll. And that's going to be a bestseller nationwide. And speaking of bestsellers, we've got a blockbuster fight in centre ring, Daniel Dawson and the Chopper Shane Chapman, the final of Judgment Day 2.
Well, Bob, that book will have, of course, all the early stories of the progression of kickboxing in this country, how it all came about, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's mainly teaching me working as a bodyguard around the world for rock and roll bands with the Rolling Stones and Fleetwood Mac and people like that. So it's called Let the Good Times Roll because it's mainly travelling around the world, but of course there's some good kickboxing stories there.
Snappy left hand there by Daniel Dawson, smack bang on the cranium of the defending Judgment Day champion Chopper Chapman. High left round kick didn't quite come up for Dawson. 45 seconds down here in the second round of action, scheduled for 5. It has been a great night in Australian kickboxing, and this is the final. One of these two men will be crowned the finest middleweight in Australasia and take home the cheque for $10,000. That front kick, snappy left hand, uppercut combination there from Shane Chopper Chapman.
Well, Daniel Dawson having a lot of trouble getting through the guard of Chapman. He keeps firing that front kick off the lead leg and that big right hand of his at will. As soon as Daniel tries to close the gap, Chapman gets in close.
Comments there from the former Australian cruiserweight Muay Thai champion, the Hammer Mark Castanini, ringside with myself, Michael Chavello, and our very special guest, the founder of Aussie Kickboxing, Bob Jones. Big leg kick there to Chopper Chapman against the ropes.
Well, Daniel was working that outside thigh. You'll also...
Oh, he takes it with the right hand! The right hand has gone down! It was a big right hand from Daniel Dawson! He planted him like a tree! Shane Chapman on the boulevard of broken dreams! Here's a rubber leg streak! He took that one fresh by the kisser!
Jump on him now.
Here comes the rock, Daniel Dawson! Can Dawson produce a fairy tale? Oh, Chapman takes the face down! It's all over! It's all over! It's Fernando Reed! Daniel the Rock Dawson is the champion of Judgment Day 2!
But what a week it's been for Daniel Dawson.
My word!
His world title just 1 week ago, and now he's here and he's taken $10,000 home with him. What a week! And beating the defending champion.
It is maybe the most explosive week in the career of any kickboxer we've ever seen. Shane Chapman still on the canvas, Hammer.
Well, Chapman's lead thigh was banged up. Daniel was systematically working that with leg kicks, and also he was rolling that knee onto the lead thigh of Chapman. It was a technique that was just labelled in close. So very hard to see, but I noted that Daniel was just rolling that rear leg onto the thigh of Chapman. And I think it was already banged up from his hard road into the final, Chapman. And Daniel just finishing him off in a very, very stylish manner indeed.
Let's go to Andy Raymond with the official verdict.
At a time of 1 minute, 1 second of round number 2, your winner via way of knockout, and the winner of Judgment Day 2, The Rock, Daniel Dawson.
Well, an unbelievable ovation here. The young man, the two-time world champion, is now the Judgment Day winner of 2001.
Thank you, man.
Both men showing the highest respect for each other. Ron Parr is ecstatic, the trainer of Daniel Dawson. What a big week it's been. Shane Chopper Chapman takes nothing away from him. He went all the way yet again. And Andy Raymond now has the two men in the centre of the ring with the champ, Daniel Dawson.
And we can call him champ. Come on in, Daniel Dawson. The check, the trophy, the belt, and what a week.
Yeah, what a week. I just fought on Sunday in Queensland. I think a few of you know. I got caught in the first round, had a hard fight, but I won by knockout. Kelly CV's put on an unreal show here. This is the second one, and it's just better and better every single time. You guys are great coming here. Kelly's done an unreal job. The fact that he can get all of us top fighters together and fight like this. I mean, take nothing away from Chopper, Chris Collard, any of the boys that stepped in, Sam Solomon. We're all as good as each other. It's a bit of luck. It's a bit of, you know, with injuries and that. But I think you should give every single fighter a big hand here tonight. And I'd like to thank... I dedicate this fight to Nick Carra for all the help that he gave me. He's been the strength behind me with a few other people. And Damien Meyer helped hedge me for this fight coming up. So thank you, Damien Meyer. Everyone in Thailand, everyone in Melbourne, everyone in Perth, OP Nakantong. I'll just get the list out. I don't know if I forgot anyone. Thanks again, Kelly. This is unreal fight night. I can't wait to come back and defend the title next year. And I hope you all had a grouse night tonight. I love Melbourne too. Thank you very much.
Shane Chapman, so close to back-to-back titles, but you ran into a very hard man.
Yeah, well, you know, he's tough. He's been training in Thailand. I'll give him mad respect, eh? You know, we're quite good friends. We got on in Thailand. He's the only person last year that came up to me at the weigh-in at the Super 8, shook my hand. So, I want to thank him for a tough fight. And I thank all the fighters, Mike Cope especially. It's a pity I have to draw a bloody Kiwi in the first round. Shouldn't have been that way, but hey, it's life, eh?
How's the leg, mate?
The leg, was pretty damaged. You get that. It's the name of the game.
Well, you mightn't go out of here with a $10,000 cheque, but you've done yourself very proud yet again, and you're welcome back in Melbourne and on Fox Sports anytime.
For sure. I just want to thank all the supporters, all the Kiwis, and especially thank my family, my mum coming all the way from New Zealand to watch me, my auntie, my uncle, pity my cousin's not here, but thank everybody, thank Kelly Seif. Super 8 next year, hopefully. I'll get a second chance. James, put the belt on.
Well, a gracious runner-up indeed, Shane Chopper Chapman, and our new Judgment Day 2 champion for 2001, The Rock, Daniel Dawson. It has been a great week in the career of Daniel Dawson. He went to town against Chopper Chapman, taking out his lead thigh in the final of Judgment Day 2, and he went all the way, took the whole kit and caboodle, and it was farewell to the Chopper. From myself, Michael Chavallo, and my verbal sparring partner, Mark the Hammer Castanini, along with our special guest, the founder of Aussie Kickboxing, Bob Jones, we hope you enjoyed Judgment Day. Good night.